As the sun began to dip below the horizon, casting golden hues across the sky, Sarah and her friends arrived. At the dense and mysterious forest, the air was filled with excitement as they stepped out of the car, the sounds of rustling leaves and distant birds creating a natural symphony. "Isn't it beautiful?" Sarah exclaimed, her long brown hair catching the wind. She felt a mix of anticipation and a tinge of unease as she glanced at the towering trees. The group unloaded their gear, laughter echoing as they set up their tents. But as Jake shared chilling legends about spirits that whispered secrets through the woods, Sarah's heart raced. Intrigued yet apprehensive, she couldn't shake the feeling that something awaited them in the shadows. As night enveloped the forest, the group gathered around the crackling campfire, the flames flickering against the darkness like dancing spirits. Shadows loomed large, and the aroma of roasted marshmallows filled the air. Sarah felt a warmth in her chest as she shared laughter with her friends, but an undercurrent of tension rippled through the night. "Let me tell you about the spirits of this forest," Jake said, his voice low, capturing everyone's attention. As he recounted tales of lost souls that roamed the woods, Sarah tried to laugh it off, but the way the wind howled through the trees made her heart race. The susurrus of whispers began to rise, almost as if the forest itself was listening. Suddenly, the light breeze transformed into a chilling gust, extinguishing the flames momentarily. A heavy silence fell over the group as they exchanged nervous glances. When the fire flickered back to life, they discovered that Alex was missing. Panic surged through Sarah as she scanned the darkened woods, a sense of dread tightening in her stomach. "Where could he have gone?" she whispered, her voice trembling. Determined to find Alex, Sarah took a deep breath and stepped away from the safety of the campfire, her heart pounding in her chest. The darkness of the forest loomed before her, the trees standing like ancient sentinels, their branches reaching out like fingers. The whispers grew louder as she ventured deeper, each step heavy with uncertainty. "Alex," she called, her voice echoing into the depths. The only response was the rustling of leaves and the distant hoot of an owl. Guided by the faintest sounds, she pressed on, feeling an invisible pull leading her further into the shadows. As she walked, Sarah noticed strange markings carved into the bark of the trees. They were shapes that seemed to dance in the pale moonlight, drawing her in. The whispers morphed into fragmented words, the stories of past inhabitants begging to be heard. In the thick of the forest, she stumbled upon a clearing, illuminated by soft, ethereal light. There, she found remnants of an old campsite, scattered belongings, and a sense of sorrow that hung heavy in the air. Sarah's heart raced as she realized that this was no ordinary forest. It was a sanctuary of lost souls, all yearning to share their untold tales. In the clearing, Sarah's heart raced as she finally spotted Alex, standing frozen in place, his eyes wide with fear. He was transfixed, seemingly listening to the whispers swirling around him. "Alex," she called out, her voice breaking through the eerie silence. He turned to her, relief washing over his face, but it was overshadowed by terror. "The voices, they're telling me things," he stammered, his gaze darting nervously through the trees. "I can't move. It's like they're holding me here." Feeling a surge of courage, Sarah stepped closer, grabbing his arm. "We need to leave now. These whispers are just echoes of the past." As she spoke, the whispers intensified, drowning out her voice. Together, they stood at the edge of the clearing, the pull of the spirits growing stronger. "We have to confront whatever this is," Sarah declared, knowing that only by facing their fears could they hope to escape the forest's grasp. With renewed determination, Sarah and Alex held hands tightly, their hearts racing as they faced the darkness surrounding them. "Let's give a voice to the stories," Sarah urged, her eyes steady. They began to speak aloud the fragments of tales they had heard, the stories of loss, sorrow, and yearning. As they did, the whispers swirled around them, intertwining with their words, becoming more coherent and less haunting. The air thickened with emotion, and the once chaotic energy transformed into a gentle calm. The light in the clearing began to glow, brighter, illuminating the faces of the lost souls who had been waiting for their stories to be told. With each story shared, the weight on their hearts lifted. Finally, as dawn broke, the spirits seemed to smile, their whispers fading into the morning light. Sarah and Alex emerged from the forest, forever changed, carrying with them the memories of the souls they had freed.